Someone's just chiming in. They want to know what sort of dog Rudica was and where she came from, because some folks like a mystery and a bit of history. So she was supposed to be a collie cross lab, and I got it from a pet shop that used to be just round the corner from Bonds or John Lewis on the old Prosy Street. What's that street called? I've forgotten. Well, one of them anyway. How do I know all these good places? Because I come from outer spaces. So she was supposed to be a lab cross collie. She was the runt of the litter. She was the smallest one. I didn't know that much about. I don't know if I did know about runts or not. I just picked her because she was the smallest one, I think. I can't really remember. I can remember exactly where it was in the shop. They had like a trough thing on the floor, but it was all clean and nice. There's little puppies in it, and so I probably did get almost first pick, and I still picked the runt. The runt's often, I think, one of the best ones to get because they bond to you better. I don't know though. It's a runt stunt, mate. So she was supposed to be a lab cross collie. There's a picture of her somewhere on the internet, black and tan. Frances, my dad's mum, was from Lancashire. She used to say, what we just call them, a black and tan. And she did tan things, mate. She did. She used to catch rabbits. She used to take all sorts. She weren't, I don't know what she was, to be honest. But she was a fey little dog. I ended up passing her on when I came up. She'd lived with different people, but I passed her on when I came here because we weren't supposed to keep dogs, I don't think. So she went to live with someone else, and she lived out a fine life, I believe. What else? That's it, really. What else did you want to know? Fine lines. I don't know what how big was she? Hands. I reckon about maybe that TTS. What's that? No, not even that, I don't think. Maybe about 15, probably, but is that 13 TTS? I don't know, maybe shorter actually, 12. She weren't very big, she was small. I met someone on the train just after I got her, which I think had possibly one of her brothers that was a lot bigger, taller, and they said it was a German Shepherd, but it might well have been. Apparently, going back to dogs, because I had that old beast, Lucifer, Lexifer, I used to call her, Lexi. And somebody said she might be German Shepherd cross, Lurcher, because that was a Norfolk cross. So, oh, fuck knows. Who even knows? Don't really matter, dog's a dog, isn't it? But she was a sweet little thing, though. I think she killed a cat when someone else was looking after her. She killed a rabbit when I was with her. But that was on someone's garden. We were out one night, probably doing mushrooms, fuck knows, and the dog was just doing its own thing. So it went off and took it, and then it just come back with a tiny baby rabbit in its mouth. I bought you a present. Oh, that's nice. Thank you very much. So there we go. I always had them little tow rag dogs turning around after me on bits of string. I remember when I first came back with her. I remember this because she ended up with one. She ended up with a lurcher as well that she got for free as. Called Shadwell. Shadwell. That was off. Was that the Fast Show? Shadwell, or something like that. But when I came back with Rudy I called her Rudy, Rudica. It was short. Rudy was her short name. I took a picture of her. I'm sure I took a photo in the olden days when you had a camera, but I ain't got it no more. She sat in a pint glass. She'd fit in a pint glass. Pint glasses featured quite heavily in my youth. It's true. I think one night I drank 13 bottles of Newcastle Brown Ale. I used to peel off the labels, everyone will remember this. And because when the bottle's damp, the labels lift off, don't they? So I ended up papering my bedroom wall with the labels off Nuki Brown. Although I only done about 4 lines, I think, before I got back on the Thunderbird. It's true. That's why I sit with the Manny crew. My son, when he was at school, I think this is probably why he went for Man U over. He does support Norwich now. And Daffon does all the football. They started with Manny crew. It's a family thing though, family ties, man. But he does all the football. Daffon. And Narmore does too as well. But it's always been a thing in the family. Like Adam, I remember he was a Notts Forest. You know why? Robin Hood, mate. We've got Notts family too. I'm a friar. In the tuck. What's she on about? Oh, that's right. I remember when Niall, my son, the builder, who does stuff with Daffon now. Daffon's the small one. With cabbage arms. Dark one it came from. He was the Dark Prince of Rince. My daughter took him out one day and he was a little fuckhard. He seriously was the biggest pain in the arse in my life when he was a child. He used to go around the house like a whirlwind, just smashing things up. Like knocking piles of washing that I'd slaved over, folding straight on the floor because, I don't know, something had happened. A flea had come through the window probably of the flu. Something had gone squirry. And she came back and said she took him out for a walk once. So he walked like a prince. I thought he would, a little bastard. He tries to tell me he's a cat whenever I take him anywhere and crawls everywhere on his hands and knees. So he was a daft one. He's a dark one. So that's what daft one came from. The dark one. It's as dark as my fucking... What's his dark as, Dad? Dark as a lark, mate. What was I saying? What am I trundling on about next? I've forgotten. What do you mean I've said enough? I've said too much. Get your foot back off the clutch. Get on the brake. End up in the lake. And then there'll be no more cake. Wait till they're all awake. And talk about the fucking snake. Which snake is that? The ball and bat. The one you get when you take the cat. She's talking in old time again. Is she scaring boys or men? I don't think she knows her nuts. All she thinks is dick and butts. The snake that took. Oh, that's right, I'll go back to that. You know the dog the day that took the hare? That might have been a rabbit scare. That was a strange old day. I didn't know if the dog had, like... I said I didn't eat it because it had broken a line, because the dog had not killed it fine. I think, though, afterwards, with more insight, it might have taken adder's bite. Because I found on my dog, she had 2... What are they called? Teeth marks. This was all... I did all there. What did I do? I timed it all in on the flu. On the YouTube, I'm sure. For data collection. And I had other people chiming in about how to deal with an adder bite. But it all blown up, the hair. I hung it up there. Rabbit scare. And its chest had all blown up. And I'm fairly sure that had taken the first shock of the adder's bite. That was so funny. When she took this thing, she just shot off. She was walking up Danby Woods. That's another place you want to chip up. Downby Woods. There's an old chalk line entrance up there. The kids always used to play around there, the kiddies. There's a whole load of under tunnels in this town. A bus fell down one in the road once. There was some load of people just sitting on the bus. Look at it on the internet. Bus goes down falls down a hole in Earlham Road. Back in the 80s. I remember that being on the news. The old chalk pits had all sunk through. It's a sinkhole. It's not just a tuff, it's a sinkhole, mate. We're all going down there. Down the whirly pit. Just talk some shit. It's true, it's true. I thought you knew. That's how you draw in a whole new crew. Draw him in with a line and sinker. I'm telling them she's a fucking stinker. I've blown my own brain now. So yeah, she took an Adabite. That's something to keep you warm at night. The hair took an Adabite. And now my dog's got bloodlust right. We got 3 ticks from the bear because she keeps on taking fur. So she took a hare that had already been bitten by an adder and a baby muntjac that jumped into her mouth the night before a fucking snowstorm. I know, she's a bastard, isn't she? Fucking bastard. I'd shoot it myself, actually. Apart from the fact, you know, muntjac are considered a pest. They're non-native. So give it a rest. My dog's a menace, Mark said. To a fucking menace. Cheers. Do you know what? An unbearable fucking peril, mate. He loves it, really. Go and play with your fucking crossbow, you dickhole. What do you mean I'm scaring people? I'm scaring them into reality, that's what. I mean, people can't just go rummaging all over fields. Well, no, why can't you get some common land back for the common folk then, please? The common folk need their fucking rights back, that's what. We're talking field and fair. Give us some common land, mate. Common land for common folk. And we won't be on the perk. What do you mean, no? They'll be going crack and blow. Oh, shut up. Diamond cuts. Gold digger. I'll tell you what I am. I'm a vote rigger, mate. That's what I am, a fucking vote rigger. Golden Trigger, I think. I'm Golden Trigger. It's true. I always say I have a hair trigger. I trigger you. I do it quickly in a golden way. Fuck golden balls. I'm golden rules. Get around the fucking schools. You'll beat me again, aren't you? With a fucking rake. I want everyone eating cake, but not too much. You know why? And everyone might die. What's she chiming on about? I'm teaching God has the clout. Not you or them. Playing boys to men. It matters not. Sit with him. I know God's golden law. That's why he set me as the squirrel. Look! The gnat face. That's back from my rock, isn't it? I got my gnat face fucking. That's my scores top. It's my gnat face. I know, break windows at that. It's true. I do as well, break windows with my nap face. Break glass, mate. The window's disaster. Just after the plaster. I'm leaving now. My show's a disaster.